Undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Discipline and motivation, it's different. Motivation, it's emotion. Today you have emotion, you're good. Tomorrow you don't have emotion, you say, okay, I will this, I not go to training. For me not. Today I have discipline, have emotion, I go training. Tomorrow I not have emotion, I too go to training.
King of kickboxing, Ricardo Rico Verhoeven. Personally
challenging myself in whatever way possible on the highest level, and that's what we're gonna do, because I can become boxing world champion, because this belt, the WBC belt, has been held by Muhammad Ali, by Mike Tyson, and in a couple of months, Rico Verhoeven is gonna be added to that list.
Usyk speaks with calm certainty. Words mean nothing. His language will be spoken inside that ring. No anger, no nerves, no fear, just pure peace and absolute readiness. He leaves everything in God's hands. When Usyk says his language is inside the ring, believe him.
Now it's only words. This is press conference and we speak a lot of, but my language will be in ring, Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. We'll see. It's God's will.
Even Terence Crawford, one of the greatest pound-for-pound boxers alive, is watching with full respect. Crawford says Usyk will go out and do exactly whatever he wants to do. When fighters of that caliber speak about Usyk with such quiet confidence, that says everything.
Me and Usyk, we always respected each other from day one, and I'm looking forward to supporting him come Saturday.
Yeah, what do you think about his fight against Rico Verhoeven?
I think, he's going to go out there and do whatever he wanted to do.
Rico fires straight back. He is bringing something Usyk has never seen before. Every opponent Usyk faced has been boxing their whole life. Rico has not. That unpredictable approach is his greatest weapon. Two warriors, both ready, both believing. May 23rd cannot come soon enough.
Because he only faced boxers, and that have been boxing their whole life, and I haven't. So it's just like a whole different approach. And like he said, it's God's will. So we'll see on Saturday. May the best man win.
Peter Fury sees no risk, only opportunity. He moves different. He thinks different. He boxes different. And at this elite level, those small differences create the biggest openings in a fight. Fury believes Rico's chances live in the moments where his unique style meets ring intelligence. One mistake from Usyk, one perfectly timed shot from Rico, and the entire script of this fight gets rewritten in a single second.
There's a risk. Risk is putting your best foot forward and doing the best you can. There's no risk.
I move different. I box different. I think that's where the opportunities are for me.
Usyk speaks from deep inside his soul. You have one life. Live every day with a smile, and always put God first. That spiritual foundation keeps this man unbreakable under the heaviest pressure. When the rounds get hard and the body hurts, Usyk reaches inside and finds something most fighters simply do not have. Faith, purpose, peace. That inner strength has carried him to the very top of the world.
Listen, you have one life.
Yeah.
You live every day. This happy, this happy time.
Yeah.
We not when stop your life, yeah? Every day smile, every day think God, everything, because God is the first.
The boxing world asks the greatest question surrounding this fight. Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk? Analysts compare Prime Usyk to Prime Holyfield at cruiserweight, and the verdict stays the same. Usyk is simply different. The sport has evolved completely. Conditioning now matches skill at the highest level. And Usyk dominates both simultaneously. He is the standard by which every modern heavyweight is now judged.
Question looming over everything is who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
Prime Usyk at cruiserweight or prime Holyfield at cruiserweight?
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill, now it's more about conditioning.
You think so?
Yeah.
Tony Bellew breaks it down brilliantly. Usyk will study Rico with absolute precision, download every pattern, identify every feint, and then systematically dismantle him piece by piece. That is the Usyk formula, and it has worked against every single opponent he has ever faced. He does not just beat fighters, he solves them completely. By the time the bell rings, Usyk already knows what Rico will do before Rico even knows it himself. That is what makes Usyk the most complete fighter alive.
I think he'll have a look at Rico Verhoeven, he'll download what he's doing, he'll figure out what the feints will do to him, which side he'll draw them on, he'll hit certain parts of the body. He's going to show you feints that make you do certain things and go in certain strategies and formations of which way you'll play. Once he's downloaded all this, he'll get rid of Rico Verhoeven.
Usyk confirms it himself. During preparation, he never thinks about his opponent emotionally. He studies his team analyses every detail, and then inside the ring the execution begins like a perfectly planned operation. Peter Fury adds the perfect summary. Usyk's greatest advantage is pure intelligence. This is his profession. This is his craft. This is everything he has built his entire life around. At this elite level, boxing is not just punching, it is chess. Every move calculated, every reaction anticipated, every weakness exploited. And when it comes to playing chess inside a boxing ring, Usyk is the undisputed grandmaster.
Prayer, food, and training. For me, it's not joking. When I have prepare, I not think about my opponents. Never. I study my opponents fight with my team. For me, it's like a boxing fight.
Usyk's got major advantages because this is his profession. This is what he does. This is what he's built. He's a great champion. When you're at this level, it's about intelligence. How good a chess player are you?
Usyk reveals that when he first heard about his fight with Rico, undisputed kickboxing champion versus undisputed boxing champion Usyk, his reaction was simple. He said, "Good idea." No hesitation, no fear. Just a man who has conquered every mountain in boxing looking for the next great challenge. Rico represents something completely fresh that the boxing world has never seen at this level before. And Usyk welcomed it with open arms. That fearless hunger to always test himself against the most unique challenges. That is what makes Usyk truly immortal.
I might say, hey, how you think about this fight? Because this is undisputed kickboxing, you undisputed boxing. I say, hey, I think it's a good idea. Okay.
And Joe Rogan says it with pure fire. That man only needs to touch you once, and it is completely over. Usyk hits different from absolutely everyone else in the heavyweight division. Every fighter at this level hits hard, that is given. But Usyk hits hard. There is a completely special kind of danger inside those hands that no opponent has ever truly been able to solve or survive cleanly. Rogan's words carry enormous weight because he watches every fighter, every style, every division closely. And when a man like Joe Rogan sits down and says Usyk is simply different from everybody else, the entire world stops and pays attention. That is the level of fear and respect this champion commands.
Problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
The commentators make it crystal clear. Rico Verhoeven is an unbelievable athlete, a genuinely dangerous fighter, and an absolute nightmare to face given his size, his tools, his power, and his overall presence. Nobody who understands combat sports is sleeping on this man. They say this fight has the potential to be a truly brilliant contest, and that word potential is important. Because when two elite warriors step into a ring carrying that level of physical ability and mental toughness, anything can happen at any given moment. Usyk has all the advantages on paper, but boxing has never been decided on paper. It is decided by who lands first, who adjusts fastest, and who wants it more when the lights are brightest. Rico believes that man is him.
Any time, but what I've never ever not said is he's an unbelievable athlete and a good fighter and a very dangerous fighter and someone who would be a nightmare to be in the ring against, given his size, his tools, his attributes, you know, just the whole presence of him. I think it's a very tough fight. I think it's a potential to be a brilliant fight.
Simon Jordan makes a fascinating point. If Usyk knocks Rico out in a couple of rounds, the entire world is going to witness that wow factor all over again. That electric, jaw-dropping, stop-everything moment that only Usyk seems capable of producing on the grandest stages of world boxing. And Jordan is absolutely right, because every single time the boxing world questions whether Usyk is truly that special, he steps up and delivers something that silences every single critic in the room. Rico coming in as the biggest, most physically imposing crossover challenge of Usyk's career only raises the stakes higher. If Usyk dismantles him cleanly and efficiently, the statement it makes to the rest of the heavyweight division will echo for a very long time. The wow factor is coming. Get ready for it.
Considered to be a difficult opponent, will make it difficult for him, and he knocks him out in a couple of rounds, people are going to see the wow factor again. They saw the wow factor.
It's still a fight that interests you?
It's a fight that interests everybody, isn't it? Because it's still a massive fight. They are still the two biggest names in world boxing. I don't care what anybody says.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The complete picture of what May 23rd truly represents for the entire world of combat sports. This is not simply another fight on the boxing calendar. This is a once-in-a-lifetime collision between two completely different sporting universes. A three-time undisputed world champion against the greatest kickboxer the sport has ever produced. Oleksandr Usyk walks into this fight carrying a resume that belongs inside a museum. Cruiserweight undisputed champion. Heavyweight undisputed champion, twice over. Victories over Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury. A man who has faced every single test that boxing could possibly throw at him and passed every single one without exception. Technically flawless, mentally unbreakable, spiritually grounded, and physically operating at a level that most human beings cannot even begin to comprehend. But Rico Verhoeven deserves every single ounce of respect coming his way. This man did not build his legend inside a boxing gym. He built it under a completely different rule set, against the most dangerous and most skilled strikers on the entire planet, over more than a decade of absolute sustained dominance. His size, his reach, his power, his athleticism, these are not minor advantages. These are serious, legitimate, fight-changing weapons that have finished world-class opponents repeatedly throughout his career. And the fact that he stepped completely outside his comfort zone, away from the sport where he is considered a living god, and walked straight into boxing, against the best boxer alive on the entire planet, tells you absolutely everything about the character of this man. That decision takes a special kind of courage. That takes a belief in yourself that goes far beyond what logic and statistics would ever suggest.